Yeah.
We are live.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Hi, everyone. Hello. Welcome back to LeapScholar. My name is Ravjot Kaur. Welcome back to another session today at Leap. Hi, Prabir. Hello, Raman. Hello, everyone. How are you all? Hope you're practicing IELTS, all the questions, all the tricks and tips that are being discussed on YouTube sessions these days. Hope you're practicing. Hi, Shrikant. Hello, everyone. Those who are joining, welcome back to LeapScholar. My name is Ravjot Kaur. Welcome to Leap's YouTube Live today. Today, as the heading itself suggests that we're going to do match headings. What are these match headings? I know many of you must be new to this, but those who are already practicing, what are they? I know that's why this topic is taken as for your request, because students are facing difficulties in matching headings. I'm good. Thanks for asking, Lovepreet. Hope all of you are doing good and you're practicing IELTS. So what do you understand by matching headings? Let's talk about it first before I move ahead. Okay, what about it? Okay, for match the headings, we say list of headings as well. Okay, we do say match headings or matching the headings, but we say them as list of headings also. Okay. So what are we doing here? I mean, in the list of headings, what all strategies do we do? That what we are going to discuss today. We are going to practice the questions related to list of headings, and I'll give you a chance to answer the questions. Okay, so there are a few common problems that students face and that we are going to try sort out in this live session. Okay, let's quickly discuss what all are they. So in the list of headings, you're going to get the list. So answers are there in front of you. You just have to denote heading to each and every paragraph one by one. Okay, so most of the times the topic sentence and the conclusion of the sentence in the paragraph will give you an idea what the heading should be. So topic sentence, read the topic sentence, but we still have to skim through the paragraph, rest of the paragraph. We cannot rely on the topic sentence and we cannot always rely on the conclusion of that paragraph. So please skim through the paragraph because we need the main idea, what the heading is all about. That depends upon the main idea of the paragraph. So if you, by any chance, if you get confused between 2 to 3 headings, please do not spend a lot of time in choosing one and filtering out then and there. Leave that for a while and jump on to the next paragraph. Read and skim through the next paragraph to filter out the options for the other paragraph. So do not spend a lot of time to get the answer for one. There are other paragraphs that are remaining. You will be able to filter them out easily when you read further. So choose the closest meaning from the heading. For example, many times it has happened with me as well. When I was preparing for IELTS, I used to get confused between 2 to 3 headings. What I used to do, I used to choose the closest meaning, because we don't have to go to the literal meaning of the paragraph, because you will come across to various technical words, scientific words. We are not aware about it. So that's perfectly fine. So you can deduce the meaning by the supporting sentences and the meaning of it, meaning of the sentence. So what are we going to do? We are going to look at the closest meaning. We are going to read the headings one by one, and we will locate the closest meaning of that heading to that paragraph, which means we still have to read the paragraph. So please practice in such a manner. It will take, in first 2-3 paragraphs, you may read slowly. And then on the 4th and the 5th paragraph, you will realize the speed has increased because you know what the headings are. So I believe those who are new to this, you'll able to understand it in a better way when you'll do this exercise here. So after you choose the closest meaning to it, then you can figure out what is the correct heading to that paragraph. If you're confused between 2 to 3, and then just filter out and read it again, the closest meaning. Do not get confused. Do not stress yourself just for one paragraph or just for 2 to 3 headings. Please read ahead. You can try looking at the shortest paragraph. When you're reading the paragraphs, there will be huge paragraphs. So for example, A to H, you got paragraphs and they are pretty long. So it becomes really difficult to give a heading to, you're not able to read all of them. You're not going to scan and you're not going to read it in detail. So it's better to pick the shortest paragraph and filter out the headings. Process of elimination is the best method that we are going to do today. So there are a few common problems. So now we are going to work on these common problems. Basically, of course, these are the things that you have to follow, but these are the few problems, common problems. We call it as some pitfalls that students face. So headings will always be more than paragraphs. So do not get nervous, because you're going to get more headings always as compared to paragraph. Never choose on the basis of similar words in the paras. Many students do this mistake. So please take care of this. Do not simply copy paste or do not look for the similar vocabulary words. For example, if in the passage weather is given and in the heading there is a heading which has the word weather, so that is not the heading you're going to choose. Please read the paragraph, extract the main point or main idea from the paragraph and choose it accordingly. Students sometimes write the wrong Roman numbers. So I'll show you. These are the Roman numbers I'm talking about. These are the Roman numbers. So sometimes students, they choose the wrong Roman numbers, especially for paper-based students. Those who have fixed their exam for paper-based students, please take care of this thing, that while transferring the answers from the question paper to the answer sheet, write exact Roman number. Do not mess with the Roman numbers. Losing concentration, that happens quite often with all the students. Does it happen with you? Please write in the chat box. Does this happen with you? Do you lose concentration while reading? Do you? Okay, yes. So what is the technique that you're opting? How are you getting rid of this particular thing? How are you improving your concentration? Have you worked upon it? Have you thought of working upon it? Not yet. Of course, yes. So when you're getting confused, when the paragraph is long, what do you do? Because we are practicing, we are not in that frame of giving the test right now, maybe. So we actually become lethargic. So we do not concentrate, and we start avoiding this problem, right? So in order to read, you have to practice a bit. In order to master this particular skill, reading is really important. At least till the time you give your IELTS exam, please read. Make a habit of reading the long paragraphs and the long passages. Concentration, if you have a problem of concentration, please practice this activity. Indulge yourself in reading. Start with the reading the articles of your choice, so that at least you can build up that skill in you. So using the same heading twice accidentally, you are not supposed to do that. You cannot repeat the headings of any paragraph. So you can check at the end whenever you write these list of headings. You can check at the end whether you have repeated any heading or not. If yes, please correct it and rectify it then and there. So before I start giving you the exercises, because before I actually hand it over to you, I want to discuss this extensive course that I think Arshdeep is also talking about the same in the chat box. We have introduced this, and Diksha Mehta is taking this batch now. It's already at the price of $799. So please use this code, that is RK Live 20, to get 20% additional promotion. So a discount for this one. In this particular extensive course, we are covering 10 live grammar classes, 20 live IELTS classes, 6 speaking evaluations, and 3 computer-based mock tests. So that is particularly for computer-based test based on that. So if you want to experience how the computer-based test is taken, so you can join this as well. Or if you want to practice the other things, it's there, you can practice that. All right. So please, you can click a picture, or you want to note it down, the offer, please join it right now. And that's the limited time offer. So please save this code RK Live 20, and you're going to get 20% additional offer. Okay, let's look at the questions now. I'll just quickly erase this. Okay, you're going to get the questions like this. List of headings are already there. These are the answer. This is a question, and opposite to this, you're going to write your answers in Roman numbers. So whether it's in second or fifth, seventh, or ninth, or 10th. So many times students face difficulty in this. I've seen students writing this. So this is 11, this is 9. So there is a difference. That's why I'm emphasizing, even if you're right, you might lose your scores in doing such silly mistakes. So don't do that. So there are 2 things that we're going to do in list of headings: reading and matching the headings, or writing the answers. So these are the 2 things that you'll keep in mind. Yes, you will read the topic sentence and the conclusion of the paragraph to get the main idea. But sometimes it happens that you have to read the whole paragraph. You should skim the paragraph to get the main idea, I'm saying. So either you can read the list of headings totally, or you can then to get familiar with the headings, and then you can read the paragraphs one by one, and then you can come back to these list of headings. Or you can simply start by reading the paragraph, and then you can start by reading the list of headings. So either of the methods you can opt, and you can go for it. Okay. All right. Yes, Anmol, for computer-based student, that's similar to paper-based. Only the way it is conducted is different than the paper-based. So you just have to look at the instructions. For paper-based as well, you will have the instructions written at the top, whether it's numbers, or it's in numbers or words. But here we have to write in Roman numbers, because list of headings is written in Roman numbers. So we cannot write in normal numbers. So for paragraph A, if you think 7th is the option or 8th is the option for say, you cannot write like this. No, you are going to write like this. So we have to write in Roman numbers, and take care when you're transferring, you write it correct. You copy it correct. Okay. Roman numbers. Yes, Anmol, you're going to write in the Roman numbers if that's what you're asking. Okay, Rini, we will share the link in the comments section to join this extensive batch, so you can join it from there. Okay, so let's look at the screen, and I will do this. Okay, it's shared already. Please join the batch as early as possible and avail this promotion. Okay, so we are going to read paragraph A, and you will tell me the answer for this one. Let's see how it goes. So are you all ready for this one? Are you all ready to do this now? Are you ready with the pencil and a paper? Are you ready with full concentration for this passage? Yes, Jazz. Jazz, what is the question for CBT? CBT, I can tell you about CBT. You're distracting me now. Okay, so please let's concentrate on this session that is specially made for you all, okay? All right. So what is the answer to this one? Let's quickly read, and then I believe those who are new to this will understand what is happening in the class, in the session. So the first sentence talks about the role of governments in environmental management is difficult but inescapable. So this sentence, this is a topic sentence, talks about the governments and the environmental management. These are the two key words that we cannot avoid. Is difficult. It is difficult, but this is inescapable. This means that government has to do it, right? Sometimes the state tries to manage the resources it owns and does so badly. So this is some extra information given. So do not get distracted with the distractors or the extra information given. Just hold on to it. However, governments act in an even more harmful way. They actually subsidize exploitation and consumption of natural resources. A whole range of policies from farm price support to protection for coal mining do environmental damage and make no economic sense. Scrapping them offers a twofold bonus: a clear environment and a more efficient economy. Growth and environmentalism can actually go hand in hand if politicians have the courage to confront the vested interests that subsidies create. So now this overall paragraph talks about the government and the environmental management, and you all are giving the correct answer. Awesome job, everyone. So this basically talks about fifth, but what we are going to do, we're going to read each and every heading one by one. So the probable effects of the new international trade agreement, does this paragraph talk about it? No, it doesn't. Does it talk about the environmental impact of modern farming? No. Is it talking about farming and soil erosion? Nothing about it. Effects of government policy in rich countries not mentioned anywhere. Governments and management of the environment, this we can keep because that relates to the paragraph. So this way you're going to eliminate one by one and you're going to keep the important one. Though we got fifth as an option, we are going to still continue reading the other options as well. The effects of government policy in poor countries, nothing as such for poor countries. Farming and food output, not yet. The effects of government policy on food output, no effects. The new prospects for world trade, nothing about the future. So answer is fifth to this one. Okay, so that's the highlighted portion wherein you can get the answer, but we still read the whole paragraph to get the main idea. This is the way you're going to pursue this particular question. Okay. A huge clap to each one of you because you gave the right answer. Let's see how you do the next paragraphs. Please like this video and you will get a feedback form. It will hardly take few seconds for you to fill the form. It will be there in the comment section. So please like this video and practice. Okay, great. Let's see how you all do for this paragraph. I'm sure after this session, you will find list of headings little easy as compared to what you used to find it earlier. First of all, never ever get nervous, okay? Do not lose your concentration. If you're nervous because list of heading is the question type, that is difficult, that's the impression you have made in your brain, please don't do that. Think positive and go for this thing. Video is not clear. So I think there may be some issue with your internet. Maybe you can go in an area where the network coverage is clear. So let's quickly look at B question. Avneet, could you please answer to question number B? You're distracting me. Okay. All right, let's discuss paragraph B now. So what is the main idea of this paragraph? You have to tell me this first. What is the main idea of this paragraph? Okay, before you give the answer, I need the main idea of this paragraph. What do you think this paragraph talks about? Can you give me the words, the important words from the paragraph? Okay. Effect of farming. Food output. Okay. Okay, Harshit said food output. Nazneen Begum also said farming and food output. Effect of farming, Prandeep said. Farming. It talks about farming. Hi, Sridhar. Welcome to the session. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's read this paragraph quickly and then we'll look at the headings one by one. Though I've already selected the fifth option for a paragraph, but I don't know the answer. So I'll read each and every heading again. Okay, because since we don't know the answer, there is a possibility that we might choose wrong option for this one. And for C, it might be suitable more to C paragraph. So we can choose that heading for the other paragraph. So let's see. No activity affects more of the Earth's surface than farming. It shapes a third of the planet's land area, not counting Antarctica, and the proportion is rising. World food output per head has risen by 4% between 1970s and 1980s, mainly as a result of increases in yields from land already in cultivation, but also because more land has been brought under the plow. Higher yields have been achieved by increased irrigation, better crop breeding, and a doubling in the use of pesticides and chemical fertilizers. So something positive they're talking about, don't you think? So they are talking about probable effects of the new international trade agreement. Do you think they're talking about this? No, they are not. They are only talking about food. Let's jump onto the second option. The environmental impact of modern farming. No, they have not discussed anything related to environment. What about farming and soil erosion? Nothing related to soil erosion as such. The effects of government policy in rich countries, nothing related to rich countries. Governments and management of the environment, no. Effects of government policies in poor countries, nothing related to it. Farming and food effect, yes. What about effects of government policy on food output? No, they are not talking about government as such. Basically, the main idea is about the farming and food output. The new prospects of world trade, nothing related to it. So the answer to this would be 7th. Hope you got to know how it is done. I quickly read through the paragraph here because I'm reading slow so that you all can understand. But when you are going to practice, first few paragraphs, maybe you will take some time to pick up with the reading, but please practice so that you don't have to practice this thing at the time of the exam when you're sitting for the exam. So from a paragraph, you have to read continuously, okay? So these are the few highlighted words that give you an idea about the main paragraph. What is the main idea? That is food output, okay? All right, well done to everyone who gave the correct answer. Those who couldn't, that's perfectly fine. We are here to learn. Please learn the strategies and that I'm discussing with you. Reading is important, okay? The answer is B. Yes, Arshdeep, well done. Yeah, that's okay. Sarthak, if this particular heading is suitable for the C paragraph, so then we can go back and see what is the difference, why it is suitable to C, why not to B. Maybe we are wrong. Maybe some other heading suits to C paragraph. But as if now, since we have did elimination method and nothing else suited to this paragraph, only farming and food output talks about it. So every paragraph that you're going to get in the passage will have different main idea. Okay. Sometimes the list of headings are similar. You might get confused in 2 to 3. Just mark them and leave it for later. Please complete rest of the paragraphs first. Okay. So let's jump on to the C paragraph. Let's see how you do it quickly. So now giving you 1 minute to attempt this, we have to take care of the time as well, because there are 3 paragraphs that you're going to get, 3 passages that you're going to get, and 20 minutes each you have to cover, and these list of headings always come in front of the passage. So, and this is for academic and general training for both of you. Apart from this computer-based or paper-based, this question type is important. Of course, Arshti, because we are not aware. Maybe you are aware about the farming and all. As a layman, I'm not aware about farming, or maybe I'm not aware about the topic. So in that case, we have to read and catch the main idea for that, right? Okay, 1 minute for section C, for paragraph C. Now I can see option 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. Okay, there is a confusion then. Third. Third. Second. Lovepreet, you can concentrate on the screen. That's all I can say. Okay, third, second. What is your answer, Lovepreet? Have you read the paragraph? Shubham, answer number 1. Okay, does this paragraph talk about the probable effects of the new international trade agreement? Can you tell me, Shubham, where they're talking about new international trade agreement? Because we need to justify whatever heading we are choosing. We have to ask ourselves, just ask as a question, or maybe you can say it as a complete sentence where the statement is given. Farming and soil erosion. Does it talk about soil erosion? Okay, so I believe you're getting confused between second and the third one. Most of the answers that I'm getting are between second and the third one. Second is the environmental impact of modern farming, farming and or soil erosion. Okay, let's look at it now. All these activities may have damaging environmental impacts. That is the topic sentence. What all these activities they are referring to? In the previous paragraph, if you read, they talked about the farming. Okay, they are referring to these activities that are used for the farming may have damaging environmental impacts. Now, from here on, they're talking about the example. So this is not at all about only the soil erosion, farming and soil erosion. No, that's the example they have given. So the answer to this will be yes, Vishakha. It's damaging the environmental impact. So the environmental impact of modern farming. What activities they're doing? It's mentioned in the B paragraph. We read that. Okay. So for this one, answer would be third. Farming, sorry, answer should be second, because it talks about the impact of modern farming. Okay, so all these activities may have damaging environmental impacts. That's the highlight of the paragraph, and rest is given as an example. Okay, so do not get distracted with this. So soil erosion is mentioned just as an example. Okay, all right, we have few more questions left, few more paragraphs. Giving you 1 minute to answer this paragraph, section D. That's okay, Sarthak. Confusion would be there. That's perfectly fine. As I mentioned, if you're confused between two headings, please mark them and you can just jump onto the other paragraph. Maybe you can come back later. Because when we are emphasizing on a particular paragraph too much, we definitely get confused. So do not waste time. Just switch the paragraphs. We have only 20 minutes to do one passage. So along with the list of headings, you might have other questions to do. So take care of the time also. Okay, even when you're practicing, you can keep a stopwatch and do not worry too much about this timing, because we have to work on accuracy first and then we can work on the timer thing. But you should always know how much time you've taken and what type of question took a lot of time. Okay. Okay, 1 minute is over now. Fourth, sixth, fourth. What is the main idea of this paragraph? Please tell me the main idea. The answer to D is fourth. Okay, Arshdeep. 6, 8. Okay, 6, 8 as well. So if you're talking about poor countries and effects of modern on food output, where this paragraph, poor countries is mentioned, I think you're not concentrating on the paragraph, you're not reading it properly then. So the government policies have frequently compounded the environmental damage that farming can cause in the rich countries. Now, from here on, this paragraph talks only about the rich countries. What? Subsidies for growing crops and price supports for farm output drive up to price of land. The annual value of these subsidies is immense, about $250 billion or more than all World Bank lending in the 1980s. To increase the output of crops per acre, a farmer's easiest option is to use more of the most readily available inputs, fertilizers and pesticides. Fertilizer use double in Denmark in this period, increased in Netherlands by this. The quantity of pesticides applied has risen too. So this is for what? For the rich countries only. So our topic sentence, the main idea of this is about the rich countries, which is given here. So these all are the policies they have discussed here. Okay. All right, let's look at the list of headings one by one and let's start eliminating them. The probable effects of the new international trade, does this talk about this? Not yet. What about impact of modern farming? No. Farming and soil erosion? No. Effects of government policy in rich countries? Yes, this paragraph talks about rich countries and the policies about it. So we'll keep this heading. Let's read further. Governments and management of the environment? No. What about the poor countries? There is no such word used till now. Farming and food output? No. Effects of government policy on food output? No. The new prospects for worldwide? No prospects have been discussed. So it's all about fourth option, that is about the rich countries. Okay, thank you so much those who participating and giving the and reading the paragraph with a great concentration and giving the right answers. Thank you everyone. So let's look at the answer to this, government policies and in the rich countries, that talks about it. Okay, great Vishakha, well done. You're giving the words, the keywords as well. So this is really nice. And I hope you all are able to understand the technique of doing this. Okay, great. Thank you so much for writing down the keywords as well, Vishakha, for your understanding and to show it to me. And it's all correct. Thank you, everyone. Now let's look at the E paragraph. So everyone, please participate and look at the paragraph with a concentration and write the answer accurately. At least try. So giving you 1 minute for this paragraph and your time starts now. Okay, time is up. So what is the main idea of this paragraph? Poor countries is mentioned. Yes, yes, true. So poor countries is mentioned here. If you, in the beginning of the sentence, in poor countries, governments aggravate other sort of damage. Subsidies for pesticide, artificial fertilizer encourage farmers to use greater quantities than are needed. A study of the International Rice Research Institute of pesticide used by farmers in Southeast Asia found that with pest-resistant varieties of rice, even moderate application of pesticide frequently cost farmers more than they saved. So further, they're talking about all this whole paragraph talks about the poor countries. So, and the effects of the government policies as well, if you look at it. What about the list of headings now? Does this paragraph talks about international trade? No. What about modern farming? No. Soil erosion, not at all. Rich countries, not at all. Governments and management of the environment, no. Effects of government policy in poor countries, yes, because it talks about poor countries only. Farming and output, food output, no. Effects of modern government policy on food output, no. New prospects of a world trade, no. So we could easily filter out with the sixth one. So now you can see most of the answers you're going to get by reading the initial sentences and by reading the last sentences of the paragraph. But we still have to skim through to get the main idea. It's really important to extract the main idea. Okay, and there is no shortcut to these type of questions. So please make a habit of reading and understanding. So that's it. In poor countries, governments, further on, they talks about it. So the answer to this would be six. Those who wrote six, well done. Kudos to all of them. Thank you so much for participating. Please like the video. There are 320 students at present, and I haven't got 300 likes till now. It's only half of the likes I got. Please like the video. It really motivates me to make and come up with the good videos of informative ones. So please boost our energy as well. That's the best you can do by liking the video. Thank you, everyone. So let's go on and move to the section number F, paragraph F. So now for this one, okay, I will still give you 1 minute to do this. And let's see what is the correct option that you choose. Vishaka, multiple choice questions. I've already done one of the sessions on YouTube. If you can find that, I will definitely come up with more multiple choice questions in near future. Okay, so I'll take a note of this one. Thank you for suggesting. Paras, you can read it again. Maybe after the session, you can watch the video again, pause it, and then you can find it. Those who are watching it later, please pause the video and find the answers yourself and then check it later. Okay, well, if you're talking about world trade, the time is up. So Vaishnavi, we are doing live sessions every day. So you can join in every day. You'll get the message and you can join in every day. For some or the other, we pick any topic from IELTS, grammar, stuff like that. You can keep checking and you can join the sessions. For the batches, if you're inquiring about batches, we have our next batch. As I mentioned, extended sessions are there. So you can join in. It's there in the comment section. You can click on the link and you can avail the promotions as well. Okay, those who think that this has world trade, now never ever go by the individual word. As I gave the example of weather. So if world trade is given in the paragraph, that doesn't mean world trade is the main idea of the paragraph. They will definitely distract you. Sometimes it may be that that heading is the main idea, but be careful. So let's look at this one. A result of this Uruguay round of world trade negotiations is likely to be a reduction of 36% in the average levels of farm subsidies paid by the rich countries in this. Some of the world's food production will move from Western Europe to regions where subsidies are lower or non-existent, such as the farmer communist countries and parts of the developing world. Some environmentalists worry about this income. It will undoubtedly mean more pressure to convert natural habitat into the farmland. But it will also have many desirable environmental effects. The intensity of farming in the rich world should decline, and the use of chemical inputs will diminish. Crops are more likely to be grown in the environment to which they are naturally suited, and more farmers in poor countries will have the money. So what do you think they're talking about? They're talking about the farming, and they're talking about the effects as well. To feed an increasingly hungry world, farmers need every incentive to use their soil and water effectively and efficiently. So let's look at the headings one by one. Does this talk about probable effects of the new international trade agreement? So if you read here, worry about this outcome and effects. Does it talk about the environmental impact of modern farming? No. Soil erosion, rich countries. This paragraph talked about rich countries only once, and this doesn't have to have anything related to the effects of the government policy. So we cannot choose this one. What about governments and management of the environment? No. Poor countries? No. Food output? No. Government policy on food output? No. You might get confused between first and the ninth. But the word is given, but the passage talks more about the effects or results. That's why first will be the option. This is how you will get distracted or you might get confused. Okay, so please do read this paragraph and try to eliminate one of these first or ninth, the best suitable option you're going to select. Okay, look at the paragraph, see if they're talking about new prospects only for world trade, or where they're talking about the probable effects of the trade agreement. Those who given first as an answer, congratulations to you. This means that you're able to understand the paragraph properly. Great, Sarthak, if you understood, great. Sneha, yes, you're confused, that's perfectly fine. Please read the paragraph and get to know the main idea. Still, I'm emphasizing on the main idea. This paragraph didn't give you information from the initial sentences that we call topic sentence. So how are you going to get the main idea? By reading the whole paragraph. Okay, so please practice that again. These are the answers. You can check it once you do it again in after this session. You can do these answers again, do this practice. So those who are already in the Telegram groups, we shared one more reading passage. I have the answers with me here. Those who done it, please check your answers. Those who haven't done it, you can just don't look at the answers right now. Maybe you can watch the video again later and complete this exercise for list of heading, and then you can check your answers. I think that makes sense so that you can assess yourself. So these are the things that we covered. We did talk about the skimming. We did talk about reading the topic sentence, and then we skimmed through the past paragraph. And wherever we got confused between 2 or 3 headings, we located the closest one, the closest heading we chose for that particular paragraph. Apart from this, you can start with the shortest paragraph if you want, or if you want to start with the serial order, you can definitely do that. We practice process of elimination, that what you exactly have to do. Please work on these pitfalls. Okay, you have to do 2 things for list of headings, only 2 things. Read the passage and choose the correct heading. Headings are already given. This means answers are already there. So do not stress yourself. Just calm down, read the paragraph, understand the main idea of the paragraph, and choose the correct heading. That's exactly what you have to do. So here I'll show you the passage that you got in the Telegram group. Those who are not there in the Telegram group, that's perfectly fine. You have the screen. You can please attempt this passage, pause the video, attempt it, and then you can check the answers after doing it. So those strategies, reading the topic sentence, extracting the main idea, that's exactly what you have to do. Okay. That's perfectly fine, Avneet. Out of 6.4 is also not a bad score. Look for the areas of improvement. Do not work always for perfection. At least we can improve ourselves, the challenges that you're facing. So please look at those two answers that went wrong, where it went wrong and how you can rectify. That's more important because we are working for accuracy, right? So that is perfectly fine. Okay. All right. If you've done this passage, here are the answers. You can check and see how many of you got how many marks out of 8. Those who scored all correct, great. Great, lovely. You scored 6 on 6 in today's session. Great. Well done. Those who got 5 and those who got 4 as well. That's a pretty good score. You just need to work a little hard towards list of headings. That's perfectly fine. I think practice will make you perfect. Anuja, we have grammar club in our batches. So please join the batch and just practice in the grammar club. Okay. And for writings as well, when we assess the writings, we do give a detailed feedback to every student, whether it's related to grammar or whether it's related to sentence construction. So we follow the parameters. So you can join our batches and it's at reasonable prices. I believe you can certainly join and you can avail the services. Yeah, Vishakha, it can come. So we have to do each and every type of question that may come in the test. Okay, and it does come quite often. All right, so please like the video and share it to the people or to the students who need it. This is for every kind of student, whether you're opting for academic or test or general training test, or you opting for paper-based or computer-based. List of headings is quite common. So for computer-based students, list of headings, you have to pick the heading and you have to put it at the top of the paragraph. For paper-based students, you have to write it manually on the paper. You are not going to get any 10 minutes extra, so do not think that you're going to get extra time at the end. Then you are going to transfer in the answer sheet. All the answers you're going to transfer in the answer sheets in that 10 minutes. That is not going to happen. You have to transfer the answers within 1 hour's time. So only 1 hour you have. So practice in such a manner that you can complete all 40 questions in 1 hour time. Okay, so that is all for today. We have our application and that's the one-stop solution. You can definitely look at the upcoming batches we have for all the experts here. You can subscribe to the channel and like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel to get the recent updates. And we are sharing the informative videos, informative information that will definitely help you in scoring 8 or 9 bands, especially in listening and reading. You have more scope of getting 9 on 9 in listening and reading. So I think you can avail these services and you can join our batches. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, each one of you who participated, concentrated, and hope your doubts are clarified for this. Practice is required. I believe you will definitely be able to do that. So we'll see you in the next session next week. So stay tuned and like. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.